Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jackie, and today I am very excited. Anybody who knows me in real life knows that last year I went through a little bit of a thing. End of October through beginning of November, I decided to do a big thing, and I read the entire Zodiac Academy. But in reading the entire Zodiac Academy, I did not read these books, all of these books. So we're looking at the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac. We have all 5 of them here. I don't know if I can hold all 5, so we're gonna try, maybe. Okay. I got it. All right. I got all 5 of them here. Starting with Dark Fae, and I am very excited to get started on them. I have been waiting. I've made sure to, switch genres a little bit and wait until I needed some absolute emotional damage, because I can tell you, after reading the Zodiacs, I know that I am in for absolute emotional damage. So we're going to start off with Dark Fae. I'm actually going to be starting that tonight. And the plan is to go ahead and read a little bit and then give you guys kind of some insight on how things are going. I won't be reading on camera this time for 2 reasons. Mostly because I don't have a good tripod right now. I'm actually using something not tripod to hold my camera up. And second reason is because I don't have a good situation set up back here where I could set it down properly. It's gonna be really weird, and I'm not gonna just sit way back there. It looks weird. So instead, what we're gonna do is I'm going to read a couple chapters. I don't know. We're looking at this, we have just over 500 pages. It's 503 pages to the last of the reading. I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Kind of, sort of. 503 pages. So I will attempt to read about 250 pages, and then I will check in with you guys, and we'll just see how it's going. If you guys haven't had a chance to check them out, you should. They're definitely look like they're going to be great books. They're by Peckham and Suzanne Valenti, and they've got a little tidbit in the beginning. They do have a map. I don't know that I'd say it's the best map I've ever seen, but it's detailed, so you get a little bit of a gist. And it doesn't, I thought it had some fun trigger warning-y stuff, but it doesn't. So, but I already know that there's going to be some interesting triggers in here, unless maybe it's at the back. It wouldn't surprise me with these guys. Also, they do have a good amount, I don't know if you guys can see that, they do have a good amount of actual, other worlds, other books. And like I said, I did read all of the Zodiacs, and they were phenomenal, in my opinion. Some people didn't like them, and that's okay. Not everybody's going to like everything. I do think that the majority of the ones that I've seen that did not like them, they read the first book and they thought, oh, this is trash, and they just couldn't get past it. And I will admit the first book of the Zodiac was the same thing. I wasn't a huge fan of the first book. You kind of know what you're getting into. It's labeled as a dark bully romance. So knowing that it's a bully, you got that. It was a little bit immature. It was a little bit childish in the first one. If you've started it, stick with it. I'd say give it till at least the third one. If you still don't like it after the third one, maybe it's just not for you. But I really, really enjoyed it once I got past that. And I got to stop playing with these edges. Anyways, so I'm going to get started on that. And I will be back with you guys in a little bit. Starting Dark Fae. Wish me luck. Alright, so it is later on. I have officially read about 137 pages. I'm on my way to work right now. But I've read about 137 pages of Dark Fae so far, and I gotta tell you, I'm really enjoying it. I don't know that I enjoyed as much as I enjoyed the Zodiac, but enough where, you know, I want to keep going. And we haven't really decided whether or not we're going to do spoilers and no spoilers. So for right now, I'm going to keep it no spoilers. I will tell you that it is set in the same world as the Zodiac Academy. Like I believe I had previously said, our main character, Elise, she's a vampire with air powers. And there is these, it's a reverse harem, of course, so there are 4 other main characters, but I'm not really sure who exactly they're calling these 4 main other characters. It just said that there was 4 main other characters, and I'm pretty sure that I've narrowed it down at this point, but not 100%, because I'm only 23% of the way through the book. So all right, well, I will check back in. Like I said, I'm on my way to work, so it'll probably be tomorrow morning before I'm able to read anymore, but you know, we'll find out then. Hi guys, I am giving you an update. I am approximately 60% of the way through Dark Fae. Like she's, well, yeah, it's about 60%, give or take. Anyways, it's going pretty well, but I do notice that it is a little bit on the slow side. I don't know if that's everybody else's agreement with this or not, but I guess I should be aware that the Twisted Sisters do tend to do this, where it's a little bit slow and then all of a sudden chaos ensues and we're, you know, looking at this super fun cliffhanger before the next book. So we will see how things go, and yeah, I'm fairly confident it's going to pick up here probably in the next, I don't know, 50 pages or so. It usually does with their books. Anyways, just a quick reminder though, if you have not already hit the like button, the subscribe button, share it to your friends, please do that now. Also, don't forget to look me up on Fable, and I just actually today decided to start a TikTok, so you can also find me on TikTok using the same username. Still tired from last night. The same username as you find on both my YouTube and Fable. It's all the same username. That's at Rockstar, or Midnight Rockstar, MIDNITER 0 CK5TAR. So again, guys, make sure that you check that out. So I am going to continue to read the book, and hopefully we should see some significant speed improvement over the next, I don't know, like I said, probably about 50 pages. They usually do pick up pretty quickly there. So. Well, hello friends. So it is official. I have now finished Dark Fae. So I said no spoilers. It does end on like a moderate cliffhanger. I already knew that was going to happen. I mean, it's the Twisted Sisters. You know, that's the kind of their thing. I will say, like I said in the last bit of the video, it was a little bit slower throughout the first say about there. For a little bit of it. And when I say a little bit, I mean like a good chunk of it. But I think she's working on some character development for the main FMC, Elise. I will say the artwork in this is just absolutely gorgeous. There's varying, little pictures throughout, things like that. And I really enjoyed that because you'll notice that the pictures are all tied up with the different characters. So I got some pretty cool ones. But so I did really like this. I gave it a 4.25 on Fable. For me, it was mostly just the fact that there wasn't a lot of character development with the boys. You do get some, just not enough, in my opinion. But I mean, we've got another good chunker here. So I'm hoping that's where their development comes in. And then the other thing is the difference in the schools and how they're working. You're not noticing as much of the other students. You get a couple of them. I kind of don't like the name of one of the main, it's not even a main character. I can't really say much without it becoming a spoiler, but there's one of the characters' names just drives me nuts, and I'll put it down in the comments below what that name was, because it was like every other page and it just drove me crazy. But overall, this was a very, very good book. I really enjoy reading, everything from Celeria. So I'm pretty excited to get into the next one. I've already gotten it out. I've already been flipping through it and, trying not to play with the edges of the pages too much, because I'm really bad about doing one of these numbers. It's why I don't get, I hate paperbacks, but I can't really spend a fortune on these, and I'm not about to rebind them. So yeah, but we'll add them into the shelf and get started on the second one. Go ahead and leave your comments below. If you have read them, awesome. If you have any questions about them, go ahead and leave them down below. I always respond to comments. Everybody on my Facebook knows I'm really good about getting back to you on comments. So, we'll get that going. And same thing on Fable. I'm always really good about responding to everybody. So leave it down below. Make sure that you, of course, share with your bookish friends, and let me know if you have any requests for future books coming up, or if you have any ideas for other videos that you would like to see. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and happy reading. It's going to be a lovely day outside, so I'm going to hopefully get some sunshine and read in the yard. So have a good one, guys. Thanks again. Bye.